What's going on, guys? Some NFL news today. I want to start making some more NFL news type videos. I've been kind of getting away from that lately, getting lazy. But anyway, we have Le'Veon Bell news today. He has been released by the Baltimore Ravens, and usually it's not that important, of course, but I'm only saying this because I think this could be the last time we've seen Le'Veon Bell in the NFL, which is absolutely crazy for a guy who is now 29 years old. Like, imagine telling someone 2 or 3 years ago that Todd Gurley and Le'Veon Bell were going to be out of the NFL in 2021. It's just very hard to fathom. Even Todd Gurley is 27. That's even worse. So we know about his knee issues and all that stuff. But Le'Veon Bell, I mean, I don't see a scenario where he gets another shot. I think this was probably his last chance, and he couldn't beat out Devonta Freeman. He couldn't beat out Latavius Murray. Couldn't beat out Tyson Williams. Now he's gone from Baltimore. So he wrote a nice little heartfelt message on Twitter before, probably some other social medias as well. But I do feel bad for him in a way. But Le'Veon Bell kind of dug his own grave, I have to be honest. There was that rumor, of course, that came out. It could be true, actually, that Le'Veon Bell was offered a contract by the Steelers of 5 years and $70 million back in 2017. He'd still be getting paid on that contract, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. But he took a 4-year, $52.5 million contract with the Jets after sitting out the entire 2017 season. So if Le'Veon Bell can go back in time, would he have probably signed with the Steelers? Absolutely. I do think that. Now, would things have been different? Maybe not, because, of course, Father Time catches up to everybody. We know about the lifespan of running backs' careers in the NFL. It's not very long, obviously. Some running backs are out of their prime by the time they're 27, 28, which is just the harsh reality of that position. But Le'Veon Bell, if he went to Pittsburgh and the whole James Conner thing never happened, and he stayed there and was still getting his usual targets and carries and was on a good team, I think things could have been different. I'm not saying it would have been great right now. He probably would have been at a point by now where he was starting to fall off. But Le'Veon Bell, I could tell back in 2019. I went to a Jets-Browns game in 2019, week 2, and I could tell Le'Veon Bell still had some of that juice left. He sat out the entire previous year. That helps, but he definitely looked like the same Le'Veon at some points. He couldn't really do much because the Jets' offensive line was so bad back then, and playing for Adam Gase is not great either. Like, looking at his stats back from that 2018 season with the Jets, sorry, it was the 2019 season. So the 2019 season is only full year with the Jets. He had 3.2 yards per carry on 245 carries. That's obviously very bad. But Le'Veon Bell just still had some of that ability to make guys miss and all that. Then he comes in 2020 at 28 years old. Last season, of course, he starts out with the Jets. Then they work out that agreement to let him go. He signs with Kansas City, who, they didn't really have, they had their first round running back, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, but he was hurt at some points, I believe, and there was more Darrell Williams than Le'Veon Bell. And that was kind of surprising because when you see a guy like Darrell Williams, who's not a bad running back, but seeing him play over Le'Veon Bell, who has the name value and all that, people know who Le'Veon Bell is. Not many people know who Darrell Williams is. Seeing that was kind of like eye-opening. Like, if Andy Reid sees this, then maybe Le'Veon does not have it anymore. And Le'Veon did not look that great as a Chief, and it wasn't too surprising that the Chiefs did not want him back this year. And then, of course, he goes to Baltimore. He starts out the year, week 1, as a free agent. I think he signed with Baltimore in week 3. Tyson Williams, the young Baltimore back, had some trouble picking up in pass protection. They're like, let's just add Le'Veon Bell. He's a veteran. He knows what to do. But Le'Veon Bell just did not look great for Baltimore. He had a couple touchdowns, and his stats were 2.7 yards per carry on 31 attempts. And Baltimore, for the most part, has had a good history running the ball. Mostly it's Lamar Jackson, but even Devonta Freeman had a pretty decently efficient season so far. I don't know his stats off the top of my head, but he definitely looked better than Le'Veon Bell. And it was just weird, honestly, seeing Le'Veon wear the number 17 and not 26. Like, I know guys can have different numbers this year, but seeing Le'Veon in number 17, playing for the Baltimore Ravens, playing 20% of the snaps, it was just very odd. So I do think this is probably it for him, unfortunately, and being 29, it's weird to think that, but I just, once again, don't see a scenario where a team just is like, you know what we need? Le'Veon Bell. We can revive that guy's career. I don't see that happening. So that's probably it for Le'Veon. Pretty unfortunate, but that's the reality of the NFL. Sometimes, you don't last too long in that league, and that's just the way it is. So that will do it for the video. Just a short little NFL news type thing. I'll try to do more of these in the future. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I will talk to you guys next time.